Good morning. Today we will be discussing the conversion of our business into a cloud operating system. This presentation will examine the type of cloud services available, pros and cons of using the cloud, a financial analysis, and the best practices for implementing a cloud service. The purpose of this presentation is to examine what services are available from a cloud provider that can be used to support new innovations and the financial well-being of this company. We will also be examining the best ways of implementing a cloud operating system. The cloud is a term used to describe an external data center that provides a variety of services to their clients. These services can be flexible and billed on a usage basis. There are three types of cloud services available. Platform as a service allows companies to use the external servers as a means to create and deploy new applications. Software as a service allows companies to access their applications on the external servers. And infrastructure as a service allows companies to externally store their information at the data centers. These data centers are structured in three ways: public clouds, which are accessible to all; secure private clouds, which are exclusive to one company; and hybrid clouds, which have both public and private sections available. There are 5 main ways we can benefit from using a cloud. Zimmerman found that by using a cloud service to collaborate, companies were able to bring their new services to market 25% faster. Romero found that implementing a cloud was easy and required little expertise. This implementation helped businesses streamline their processes to improve efficiency. He also found that the expertise and support available from the cloud provider was extremely helpful when dealing with technical issues. Cloud providers maintain a high standard of security at their data centers, higher than most companies can provide themselves. Zimmerman's research has also found that on average, 70% of a company's IT budget is spent on maintaining legacy systems. By converting to a cloud service, this cost can be reduced. He also found that companies could save up to 40% in administrative costs by using the cloud. Using a cloud is a fairly new concept, so there are still risks involved when choosing a cloud service. There is a great deal of trust required in the cloud provider to regulate and maintain security of our data. If that security is breached, our reputation will share the fate of the cloud provider, and it may take a long time to recover any business losses due to that security breach. We also trust them to provide continuous and reliable service. If our entire operation is located in the cloud and that service fails, it may take hours or even days to restore our business. Armburst et al. Found that most of the risks with a cloud service revolved around the technical aspects, specifically the network speed, bottlenecks that can occur during data transfer, and the response time for support when a problem occurs. Legal risks were either due to the terms of the service contract or where the data center was located. Different countries have different laws when it comes to ownership and access of information in the data center, and these laws must be considered before choosing a provider. Romero found that software licenses were not designed to be billed for a cloud service, which impeded many companies from utilizing a cloud. To create a model reflecting our current operations, we examined several items: hardware, software, network expenses, labor costs, and associated expenses such as electricity, cooling, and space. The end-user devices such as laptops will need to be replaced every 3 years, regardless of which operating system we choose. After speaking with members of the IT department, it was recommended that when implementing a cloud system, we should maintain one server at each location to handle the daily business processes, to ensure that there is no interruption of service. When we examined the cumulative expenses of our current method of operation and compared it to the cloud system, we can see the rate at which our expenses increase is higher if we maintain our current method of operations. However, if we switch to a cloud service, our expenses increase at a much lower rate. If we choose a cloud service, we can pay off this investment in 3 years, with an internal rate of return of 21% and a profitability index of 1.38. Now, in order to examine the feasibility of these models, 3 sensitivity tests were conducted. The first examined the effect of an increase in our employee base due to a growth in business. This growth only had a mild effect on the cumulative expenses, which was mainly due to providing the necessary equipment for the new employees. The financial analysis showed only a mild increase in the internal rate of return and the profitability index. However, the net present value increased by approximately $1 million. We next examined an increase in the associated expenses of electricity, and cooling costs. This analysis showed no significant increase in the cumulative expenses or in the financial analysis. The last sensitivity test examined the requirements for doubling the data storage every year. Moore's law states that the cost of data will decrease every 18 months, but the law of mass digital storage states the amount of data we require will double every year. Due to this discrepancy, additional data storage will need to be acquired. The rate at which our expenses accumulate was much lower with a cloud service. The financial analysis also showed that a significant effect in the profitability index of 1.98, an internal rate of return of 32%, and a net present value increasing by approximately $3 million. This sensitivity analysis proves that using a cloud service would be highly beneficial if our data requirements continue to increase. Garrison, Kim, and Wakefield suggest there are 3 ways for a cloud to be successfully implemented. First, we need to ensure that the services provided by the cloud support the vision of our company. Second, we need to use all the resources and expertise available from the cloud provider so that we can maximize our cost savings. Third, we must utilize the service in the cloud to help prevent our products and services from becoming obsolete. Zimmerman and Romeo state that for implementing a cloud, we should think big, start small, and pilot fast. Implementation should also be done in stages. Using these strategies, I would recommend that we choose our least sensitive and non-critical data to be stored on a private cloud service. We'll need to create new policies and procedures for using the cloud, and then examine the cost effectiveness of this service in more detail. Once the feasibility has been tested with the pilot run, we can start diverting more of our work into the cloud service. In conclusion, the cloud offers us a variety of flexible services for our IT needs, which can be used to increase our efficiency and decrease our operating expenses. However, we're placing a great deal of trust in the cloud for providing a reliable and secure service. It is recommended when implementing a cloud operating system that we should start small and incorporate our business operation in stages. The financial analysis proves that converting to a cloud system provides a sound return on our investment. Therefore, it's recommended that we implement a cloud operating system to ensure our services remain current and to reduce our operating expenses. While conducting this research, there were several things I learned, particularly technical and operational issues that I had not considered. Cloud services were not standardized, which meant once you chose a cloud service, it could be very costly to switch providers. Several case studies praised the cloud service, but when a problem did occur, it severely disrupted operations and could take a long time to repair. The cloud was only cost-effective for small and medium-sized businesses, and most companies only received a short-term advantage from utilizing a cloud service. The other aspect I had not considered were the legal issues attached with using a cloud service, particularly the amount of trust you had to place in the cloud provider. Many companies underestimated the expenses of using a cloud service due to hidden costs in the service contracts. Finally, I was unaware that companies could purchase insurance for loss or theft of data. Thank you for your consideration this afternoon, and I would like to take any questions now.